All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about something huge, a total shift in how we think about success at work. Seriously, forget everything you know about climbing the corporate ladder. The freelance economy is writing a whole new playbook for 2026, and we're going to tear it open and see exactly what's inside.
So let's just ask the big question right off the bat, right? Is the good old 9 to 5, the one we all grew up with, is it obsolete? I mean, is it really over? Well, if you look at the numbers, they don't just hint at a change. No, they are practically shouting that we're in the middle of a massive economic shakeup.
Okay, get ready for this number. $1.5 trillion. Let that sink in. That's how much skilled freelancers in the US pulled in just in 2024. This isn't just about side gigs or a little extra cash anymore. We are talking about a major engine driving the entire economy.
And this chart right here, it really paints the picture, doesn't it? We're looking at almost a third, 28%, of all skilled professionals in the US now working for themselves. That's huge. So, this isn't some tiny niche group of people anymore. This is a massive, and I mean massive, chunk of the modern workforce.
Okay, so that leads us perfectly into our first big topic, the new freelance economy. What we really need to get our heads around is what's actually causing this shift. And maybe even more interesting, who are the people at the front of this parade?
And this quote here from the Upwork Research Institute, wow, it just nails it. The key takeaway is that this isn't something that's just happening to people. This is a choice. Skilled professionals are actively walking away from the old way of doing things because they want more. They want flexibility. They want control over their finances. And they want work that actually means something.
So that makes you wonder, right? What's their secret? What is the edge that these independent pros have? Is it just about being able to work from a coffee shop? Or is there something deeper, something in the data that shows why they're pulling ahead? Well, let's dig in and find out.
Okay, whoa, look at this. This is huge. When it comes to AI skills, freelancers are crushing it. We're talking 54% having advanced skills versus only 38% of full-time employees. I mean, they are right there on the cutting edge, learning and using the biggest technological shift of our generation.
And guess what? That skill advantage, it translates directly to their bank accounts. The data shows that people who are freelancing full-time are on average actually earning more than their 9 to 5 counterparts. It's a straight line, folks. You learn the new stuff, you adapt, you make more money. But here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about the tech. It turns out freelancers are also way ahead on the human skills. Things like problem solving, critical thinking, adaptability. These are the exact skills you need to partner with AI effectively, and they're leading the pack.
Okay, but wait a minute. Where do these skills, both the techie ones and the human ones, even come from? People aren't just born with them, right? There's something else going on here, a journey that most of us never even think about.
Think about how we usually define a successful career. It's all about the job title, the salary, the corner office, right? The final destination. But some really fascinating research is saying we've got it all wrong. We're completely overlooking the most critical part, something called the distance traveled.
So, distance traveled, what on earth does that mean? It's basically the entire journey, not just the finish line. It's about the struggle, the challenges you overcame, the skills you had to learn on the fly. It's the confidence you build, the resilience you gain. That stuff, that's the real foundation for all the success you see on the outside.
And this model here breaks it down beautifully. It basically says your career growth has two sides. You've got the extrinsic stuff on one side, that's your tangible skills, your accomplishments. But then on the other side, you've got the intrinsic stuff, those core personal strengths like grit and confidence that power everything else.
And now, check out this list of those essential intrinsic skills. Problem solving, resilience, communication. Does that sound familiar? It should. These are the exact same human skills where we saw freelancers have a huge advantage. This is the aha moment. That journey, that distance traveled, is where these crucial skills are actually built.
All right, so we've talked a lot about the why, about these deep human skills. But let's switch gears and get super practical. Knowing all of this, what are the actual, tangible skills you should be learning right now to get ready for 2026?
This table pretty much gives you the treasure map. Whether you're in tech, marketing, writing, or design, the story is the same. The hottest jobs are all tied to AI. And just look at those hourly rates. We're talking serious money. Specializing in this stuff really pays off.
And if you want to know what's at the very top of that list, it's AI prompt engineering. That's it. The skill of being able to talk to an AI and get amazing results back, that is set to be the single highest paying freelance skill out there, period.
And it's not just about broad categories. Let's take writing, for example. You can see how getting specific is key. It's not enough to just be a writer anymore. The real money is in niches, like knowing how to write super technical documents or becoming the voice for a CEO on LinkedIn. That's where the value is.
Okay, so we've thrown a lot of information at you. The big question now is, what do you do with it? How do you actually start building your own path in this new world?
Let's break it down into a super simple 3-step plan. Step 1, build a portfolio. You need to show people what you can do, even if it's just a few high-quality samples. Step 2, master the mix. Really focus on blending those tech skills, like AI, with those human skills, like adaptability. And step 3, never ever stop learning. This world is moving so fast, you've got to keep your skills sharp to stay in the game.
And this final quote just wraps it all up perfectly, doesn't it? The real magic, the real money is in the blend. It's not about being the artsy creative or the super technical person. The winners are the ones who can be both.
So, I'll leave you with this one big question to chew on. In a world where AI can do more and more of the technical stuff, could it be that the most valuable skills you can possibly have are the ones that make you more human? Your creativity, your ability to solve weird problems, your resilience. Maybe that's the real key. Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.